Video in Crystal River, Florida. I moved my shop down here to be with someone, and now I'm in my much bigger, much more comfortable to work in shop, more brightly lit and more space. What I'm showing you today is a Huckleberry rig, sort of like, but not exactly the same, made as the one that Val Kilmer was wearing in Tombstone. And this is a very strong, heavy rig. These straps are very thick, not thick, but dense is a better word. Dense leather, 1 inch wide, and will last a long time because of the way they were dyed and the way I finished them with wax. Now, I'm going to spin this around from different angles to show you how it fits on this mannequin, which is about a 38-39 chest, and it is adjustable way out to a much bigger man. If I was going to make this for someone even thinner or slighter, then I'd have to make all these straps a lot shorter to start out with. So let's get started on this front side and show you some of the adjustability features. Let me tighten up some just to get a little jerky. There we go. Alright. So here's this 1 inch strap running through a brass buckle, and it is on with a Chicago screw. Can be changed. End of the strap is tucked through a 1 inch slot, and I will have this off the mannequin after I've gone all the way around it and show you the back of it. Here, this is for purposes of easy readjustment. This is elastic paracord, and I think I'll just wait to when I've got the rig off the mannequin to show you that. These, I don't know if you can see this. Let's turn this here. Here's the bottom adjustment. Okay, this loop right here is connected to just the back side of the holster with a Chicago screw and a screw through back. This is what's called a suspender brace tucked through one of the slots for button style pants. So you can spread this out. Again, I'll show you the back of this when I've got it around. And let's turn the mannequin this way to the side. Let me go and check my camera angles, make sure I'm getting a good shot on this. It's not too bad. Alright, there we go. And let me tighten up just a little bit. There we go. And there. Okay. Alright. Alright, this holster style is so the trigger guard can catch right in there, but there's another line of sewing right here in addition to the closing of the holster that will not allow the gun to go any farther down in here. These holsters were made for 5.5. This is my 4 5/8 in the holster right now, and I have this US stamp which I put in here on the other holster too, and I also have the CS stamp, which I don't know if I've ever mentioned in a video, for Confederate States. And I could not put rawhide in here because it wouldn't have stamped. It just would have been a big hassle. But this leather is very tough, and it's going to maintain its opening. This is the adjustment on this side, which will give you 1 or 2 inches, but on the back side there's a lot of holes on the other end of this strap going through a 1.5 inch ring, and it will allow this to come all the way up. This is the lower setting, so it can come all the way up. Now let's go around to the back here, and just not completely to the back. Let me check my shot, make sure I'm showing this well. Okay. Alright, so here are, one more look at this. Now that's a little out of the shot. Let me tighten up, or widen up, I'm sorry, just a bit, and come up. There we go. And then maybe tighten back up just a hair. There we go. That does it. Right there. Okay. Alright. This is your 1.5 inch welded brass ring, solid brass. This is the connector that's coming from the tab that's on the backing of the holster. This is a 2-part holster. And there's a screw through back, Chicago screw back here. And this is the start of the back brace. These are a lot of holes on both sides of this strap that will allow it to go all the way down and through and raise everything up so you can bring the whole system up higher once you pull this around. And if you were to not want to have all that excess, you could just cut it off. There's no sewing on here. These are very thick straps. Let's turn this one more time to show you the back. And I'm going to have to widen the shot out so you can get a better look at it. So let's do that. Alright, here we go. There's an overview. See, there's the pull through or the back cross. Straps are going through there continuously. And then down here. So there's the back piece. Back strap. So if you were a really big guy and you had this exact one that I have here, you would be able to open it up, make it fit you better, and you have adjustments here, and you have Chicago screws and holes right here for adjustments. This can go tight or it can go very wide. So let's spin it around, going like this. Here's the opposite side. Let me get a good tight shot of what's going on back here so you can see it better for adjustments. Here, let's go like this and tighten up on it. There you go. Right there. And of course there are those keepers that slide up and squeeze the strap onto the brass ring. Okay. And come down here and drift over a little bit. And there is the belt connector suspender brace, which can go on buttons. Or you can take that out and just loop a piece of paracord or latigo lace down to a belt loop or your belt, and that will allow you to have a down. So if for any reason you're going to get a drag on your guns coming out of the holster or a pullback, that will hold your holster down. There it is. Okay. Let me widen up here a bit. Like that. I'm going to come around to the front again. And we are back where we started. Again, this can go very wide for a guy that's got a stomach, kind of like I do. And there is your double Huckleberry holster. So I'm going to go into pause right now, and now I'm going to take it off the mannequin and do a little close-up on the table. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Alright, so now that I have the rig off the mannequin, I can show you a few more things. Here, by the way, are the gentleman's initials, WK, which is the first two letters of his SAS moniker. And I can see now that since this has been done for about a day and a half, I'm going to buff out a little extra wax. When you get your leather care document that I send out with everything, this is exactly what I was talking about when I said that if you see some things that have dried and are holding in either thread lines or in stamp letters, that you can buff it right out. So there's the back of the holster. Here is the connection that is coming through this side of the holster only, and it's in a spot where it cannot get to the gun. The screw through rifle sling style Chicago screw is in there, but the gun is coming this way, and so it can't get near it. And it's smoothed off anyway, but regardless, the gun can't touch it. And this one, with the screw throughs, you can really tighten down a Chicago screw. For the future, I will have a piece right here. I've already modified the pattern, which will allow the same style connection. Unfortunately, I didn't think about it when I was making the pattern. I was concentrating on something else, and it slipped my mind. So it was a little too late in the process of making this to put this on here. But regardless, it won't hurt the gun, and in the future there'll be a pull out or a round out like this with a hole. In fact, here is one of those screw through type Chicago screw backs. And these are two-part holsters. And the reason for that is so that this can bend and go around your body. You've got to have a back on here to be able to put these tabs on. And then the second part of the holster is fitted in here, sewn down through, and comes back up around in here. Alright, so here's the back side of the 1.5 inch brass ring, and these rifle sling style keepers. And here are the adjustments for this. As you can see, since this is the back strap, this will allow it to get real long or shorter than it is now. Now let's flip this over, or move it over, so you can see these a little better. Okay. Right. Same thing here. Let's get that to where it's easy to see. There we go. So this is elastic paracord, which you can get, or if you don't like elastic paracord, you can use non-elastic paracord, and this is just one way to do it. I use this for this gentleman because when he's going to go and adjust it to his size, and all of you for that matter, when you order one of these from me, I'm going to use this, is so that it will come out really easy. And you're going to want a scratch awl and all, a pair of needle nose pliers, and then if you decide to use this, you can cut it off and reburn it. But this will come out really easy. Once you start pulling it out the other way, it'll come out easy, but for right now it's grabbing on itself and it's going to stay in that spot, in that position. Okay. What else? And just to show you the back side of this. See, here's the connection for the buckle. Here we go. Let's get up close on that. There's the connection for the buckle. Here's the back side. I'm not taking this apart again because I'm going to ship it this way. So here's the back side of the buckle, and there's the screw through back on the Chicago screw. and then the strap is coming through and tabbing, and here, this way it stays out of the way of the gun when you are going to put it in the holster. So there they are, two identical holsters. Here's the sewing line that's going to keep the gun from going down in the holster. I'm going to take about 2 or 3 steps off to my right and get the firearm. Okay. There we go. So let's put this gun in here. Right to the camera. This shows you, let's get this one out of the way. Make sure I'm in the shot. Here it is. I'm going to turn something so I can see it better. There we go. Alright. Gun cannot get down any farther into this holster than it is right now, because there's this extra sewing line right here in addition to the one that's connecting the front of the holster to here. And you will want to take care of all your leather that I make for you with Johnson's Paste Wax, the same stuff I put on there to finish it. Here is, this is also adjustable. This is all, removable. If you decide that you don't want any excess and you only just want what you need, then you can cut off anything that you don't want on here. But it's designed to be starting out on an average size person and going out to a really big man. And here's a look at the back side of the connections. Right there. Right there. This thing is going to last a long time. Whoever owns it takes care of it. And there are the connections with the paracord again, right there. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to get a single or a double, Huckleberry rig, or I can modify this, make a new pattern, although I have one actually already for 1911s, and you like this leather look with a minimum amount of hardware, just the Chicago screws. They can be nickel, brass, the leather can be lighter, can be black, of course, and this popped open here, but you can see this. These are the button pant connectors, and they go right through there. That's it. Alright. So thanks for watching. All of my contact information will be changed, except for my phone number. My phone number will never change, my cell phone number. And my email actually will never change. You're not getting my address until you need it. So all my contact information will be on the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and hello and goodbye from Crystal River, Florida. Take care. Bye-bye.